Like two men can say the exact same thing. They can say the exact same line to a woman, and one will succeed and one will fail. And that's all down to their body language and their tonality and the way they present themselves, right? So speaking calmly and relaxed is very, very important. Having calm, relaxed body language, being open, being not being closed off and fidgeting and touching your face and touching yourself constantly, but being open and relaxed. These all again these are body language cues that demonstrate that you're a calm, confident individual. Eye contact, I personally think, is extremely important. I think a lot of guys don't do eye contact. Uh, that don't focus on eye contact enough. They're either too creepy with their eye contact, where they're just glaring at somebody, and never looking away, never breaking it, or they're too timid and they never look at a woman in the eyes.
Hmm.
Women, there's a fine kind of balance there, and that obviously comes through experience. But if you're able to look a woman dead in the eyes while you're talking to her, or and even more importantly, maintain eye contact with her when she's talking to you, it's incredibly powerful. And if you do it correctly, you can feel the sexual tension between you and a woman building up without anything. Without you could be talking about the weather, and you're not touching each other. But if that eye contact is there and it's intense, then you can start to feel that sexual tension build. And that's what I talked about. That's what I'm referring to when I'm saying, getting them wet between the legs. And then on top of that, something that I personally really like to use is like incidental physical contact when I'm talking with a woman. If we're sitting down, at dinner, or if we're sitting down next to each other on a couch or something in a bar, or wherever we might be, if my leg is suddenly just resting up against her leg, if there's some kind of, or our butts are touching, or like my arms around her, or something like this, if there's some kind of incidental physical contact going on at all, like constantly, while we're just conversing, that takes the interaction from like platonic to sexual, like instantly, and you will feel it as the guy. You'll notice it because she sure as hell will notice it. If you, that's another big thing to understand is like whatever kind of emotional state that you feel, she is going to feel as well, and she's going to pick up on. So if you're nervous and anxious and intimidated, she's going to feel nervous and anxious and intimidated around you. She's not going to feel safe around you. If you're calm, the ideal state of mind is like calm arousal. Like you're turned on by her, you're into her, you're attracted to her. You're not afraid to express that, but you're also very, very calm in the way that you are expressing it. It's not, you're not out of control. You're in control of it, of that arousal. You're not letting her kind of like a puppy just running around like at uh, at its owner's behest. She's not able to like affect you that much, but you're still attracted to her. You're still aroused by her, but you're calm in the way you do it. So I think that's very, very important. Like having that underlying like sexual tension in an interaction with a woman is key to turning it, to having it not be a platonic interaction, so you don't get friend zoned, but having it head in a positive direction. And so I think strong intimate eye contact, good vocal tonality, and incidental physical touching are like three really basic things that every guy can. And that's enough for a guy to like focus on. It's not like he doesn't have to remember like a million lines and a million different techniques and things like that.
Yeah.
He can just still talk about. He can still be himself. Obviously, the art of the conversation is something that guys have to work on too. You have to learn to actually hold a conversation. But that takes a lot more practice. Those three really basic things any guy can implement within a day. And if you just and those are the fundamentals. If you get those fundamentals down, then your interactions with women will be a hell of a lot better.
It's time for a quick break.